So looking at environmental intent for these companies, there is a distinction between ethical intent for the individual and what they do morally. So when an individual makes a decision ethically, they have to look at what the intent is behind that decision. So when a person makes a good decision and that results in a good action, that is obviously a very moral, consciously ethical choice. And even when a person makes a good intention and it ends up with a bad decision, that person is still making a choice that should result in something positive, and they want it to be positive, which is moral. And it just so happens that they made the wrong calculation and ended up with a bad result. But when a person makes a negative intent or a neutral intent, that's where the morality gets skewed. And the reason is because people can have bad intentions or even neutral intentions, and it can result in a positive outcome. And this can be seen as moral or ethical by others because the outcome is good. And typically that's what people are judged on, the outcome of their actions, and not necessarily why the actions were performed. So when a bad intention is made and then it results in a good action, that is not an ethical decision. And what this means for businesses is that businesses have to have the intent to do good when they're making products. Because businesses are always for profit. That's what they do. They want to make the best product for a consumer so the consumer will buy more of their stuff, and then the business makes more profit. And what this means is the business is going to do whatever it can to make the best product. And whether that means that they're using bad chemicals in their product or they're chopping down rainforests, or a variety of many different things that could be harmful to the consumer or the environment or anything, it doesn't matter as long as they're making the most amount of profit. But this can also be turned into a positive, because businesses can have a negative intent but then still come out with a positive result. So what this means in terms of this product is that the Rosa Brothers company is a good example, because they have, in terms of ethical intention, a negative intent to just provide the best products for their consumers. And they just want to make the best dairy product, and they do that. But it results in a positive outcome, which is them reusing glass bottles and reusing the water that they have on their farm and other such things that they do, is for the product and the outcome of profit. And that's why it's important to look at intent for business, because what this means is that there is a value here of intention that businesses and companies need to assess, and they need to hold dear when thinking about what the company stands for.